everyone, welcome to Prop Budgets. If you're new here, my name is Hannah, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Today is a very special day for me because today is the launch day of my brand new savings challenge game called At the Mall. In this video, we're going to go through what the game is about, how to play it, and we're also going to start saving using the savings challenge game. If you haven't already, please head over to my Ko-Fi to get your free copy of the starter pack. It'll include everything that you need to start playing this game. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the video. So the first thing that you're going to see in your starter pack is a 2-page information sheet that just talks a little bit about the game and how to play. We're going to dive into this later on in the video. The second thing that you're gonna get is kind of like your play mat where you just play your game. There's a shopping cart on one side and some shopping bags on the other side, and I'll explain a little bit later on what these are for. The next thing that you get is this first floor certificate, which will have all of the available stores on the first floor. So the starter pack will come with the grocery store and the clothing store, and the other stores will be available on my Etsy. So the other thing that will come with your starter pack are these donation cards, which will also make sense when I explain the game. It looks like this, and you get 3 of them in one page. You could always like reprint as many times as you need. You also get an A6 dashboard that looks really cute, and you get a couple of these really cute credit cards that say financially responsible bank, and these can be used as IOUs, as I'll explain later on in the video. Now, as for store expansions, you get the grocery store. So you'll get 2 of these store cards. So one will go in your store deck where you shuffle, and the other one, you could also put this in your store deck. Like you could do 2 of them in the store deck, or you could use it as kind of like an organizer. It's really up to you. And it comes with 24 different items priced from $1 to $3. So they're very low value, perfect for mini Mondays, or if you just want to keep the values low. The other store that you will get in your starter pack is the clothing store. Same deal. It'll come with 2 of these store cards and also 24 items that you can purchase from the clothing store. The other store packs that are available for this floor are the electronics store, the furniture store, bookstore, and a restaurant. But also there's another expansion that can modify your gameplay called the taxes pack. So basically it'll have different tax values that will add taxes to your total so that you can save more technically throughout your game. So it'll have 3 different options. You can do tax A, where you're doing tax values from $1 to $5. Tax B, if you want a little bit more spicy, from $6 to $10, and tax C are custom taxes, which will have these blanks where you can fill in your own taxes. For my gameplay, I'm going to do tax A, so tax values from 1 to 5. That's basically all the stuff that we're going to use for our first gameplay. So now let's take a look at how you actually play this game. So step number 1 is you choose your budget. Step number 2 is you shuffle all of your store cards, which are these cards, and you choose one at random. This is the store that you'll be visiting. And then after you draw one, you're gonna shuffle all of the item cards that match the store that you're in. You roll a die and draw the number of cards shown on the die. So for example, if you roll a 5, you'll draw 5 items from that store's deck. And obviously you can use whatever type of die you want. The more sides that the die has, like if it's a 12-sided die, the faster your game will go. Step number 4 is you calculate your total and stuff that amount. Every time you visit that store, you'll write the total on the receipt. And then step number 5 is you return your store card to the store deck and repeat. So it's pretty simple. Now there's gonna come a time where you only have a couple bucks left, and you're pretty sure that if you go to visit another store and you purchase something, you roll the die, that you're not gonna have enough money to pay the entire total. So if that happens, we have these donation sheets. So say if you only have $2 left, which is probably not enough, you'll just simply write $2 in one of the hearts, and then you donate that amount. So this will be its own separate envelope. Alternatively, if you're okay with having IOUs, you can use one of these credit cards to use as a reminder that you have an IOU for that store, and you could just pay that store back whenever you do your next mall visit. Now let's take a look at the different games that you can play. There's 2 of them so far. So game number 1 is you buy out the entire mall. After you finish shopping at a store, keep your purchased items separate from items you haven't bought yet. As you finish buying at a store, you can mark it on your floor certificate. So your floor certificate is this thing right here where you're gonna write the total that you've spent at a specific store, and at the very end you do a grand total. And your goal is to buy every item in the store. Game number 2 is endless shopping. Once you finish your shopping haul for the day, return all of the item cards to their respective decks so you can buy them over and over. Your goal is to technically save as much money at the mall as possible. Now for our first playthrough, we're gonna do game 1, and it's just a little bit more other stuff here at the bottom. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started on our game. So here is the play mat, and step 1 is to choose our budget. So for this first playthrough, I am doing $50. So let's give this a count. 5, 10, 15, 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 30, 2, 4, 6, 8, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. So we have $50 in just kind of random denominations here. So let's mix up our stores here and see which store we're gonna end up at. All right. So the first store we're going to is the electronics store. And for this game, I'm going to be using a 6-sided die. So let's go ahead and see how many items we're purchasing. So we're purchasing 2 items from the electronics store. So let's go ahead and grab our stack here, flip it over, and do a little shuffle. I'm not very good at shuffling, but I'll try my best. So let's do 2 items. So 1, 2, put that there. All right, let's see what we got. So at the electronics store, we bought a keyboard for $2 and a webcam for $2. Now let's mix up our taxes to see how much we're gonna pay in taxes. Now it's entirely possible for our taxes to be higher than our actual total amount. So let's see what we get. So we're paying $1 in taxes, which is not bad at all. So let's do 2 for $5 in the electronics store, and let's find the electronics store tracker. So we're doing $5, so you would just write that on the receipt and store it away on the side somewhere. And we're gonna take all of these items, these 2 items that we've already paid for, and put it in our shopping bag. We put our taxes back in our tax deck, and we put our electronics store card back in our store deck. And we just repeat. So let's go ahead and shuffle this a little bit more, see what we get. We are going to the clothing store now. So let's see how many items we're purchasing at the clothing store. We're purchasing 5 items at the clothing store. Okay. Wow, that's a lot of items. Okay, let's go ahead and give this deck a shuffle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items. Right, let's see what we purchased. So we purchased some joggers for $3, a tie for $3, a beanie for $2, a baseball cap for $2, and a set of pajamas for $2. Now let's see how much we're gonna pay in taxes. All right, we're paying $3 in taxes. So let's see what our total is. So $5, $10, $15 at the clothing store. Not too bad. So $5, $10, $15 at the clothing store. Let's find our tracker here. Here it is. So let's do $15. All right, let's put all of the stuff that we bought into our shopping bag. Taxes back in our pile. And our card back into our deck here. So let's see, let's do this one right here. So we are hungry and we're going to the restaurant. So let's see how many items we're gonna order at the restaurant. We are ordering 4 items at the restaurant. So let's see what we're getting. All right, 4 items. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's entirely possible to get some really weird food combinations here, so we'll see what we get. So the first one is we're getting a glass of juice, some lemonade, some wine, and some steamed veggies. So we have 3 drinks and some steamed veggies. Not much of a meal, but I guess that's what we're feeling. We're very thirsty today. Okay, so let's see how much we're paying in taxes. All right, we're paying $2 in taxes, not bad. All right, so our total is going to be $1, $4, $7, $9, and $11. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and an 11. So let's go ahead and find our restaurant and do $11. This in our shopping bag, taxes bag, and restaurant bag. I'm just gonna do a quick check-in to see how much money we have left. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I think maybe we should be good to visit one more store, depending. Because I don't really want to charge anything on my credit cards. So let's see. Let's visit one more store. All right, so we are going to the electronics store again. I'm pretty sure we went there already. Yes, we did. So we're going back to the electronics store and let's see how many items we're purchasing this time. We're purchasing 4 items. So let's see. Just a quick shuffle. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So first we get a $1 phone, which I wish phones were that cheap. Monitor for $3, a handheld console for $3, and a USB for $1. Let's see how much we're paying in taxes. All right, we are paying $1 in taxes. Thank goodness. Okay, so let's see what our total is. So we have 1, 4, 7, 8, and 9. So 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9. And I think our electronic store is over here. So let's just do $9. So I guess the electronic store saw us twice today. Maybe we forgot to purchase something the first time around. So let's see. So currently we've spent $5, $7, $9, $11, $13, and $14 at the electronics store. Put that back and put this in our shopping bag. I'm gonna check again how much money we have left. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, is that gonna be enough for another haul? Let's risk it. So this is a little bit of a strategy game, as you can probably tell, and a little bit of a risk game. So next store we're going to is the bookstore. So let's see how many items we're gonna purchase. I'm hoping for a low number because I'm kind of scared. Okay, let's see. 6. Oh no. Oh no. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have an IOU, which, dang. All right. So let's purchase 6 items at the bookstore. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's see what we got. First thing we bought is a cookbook for $2, a dictionary for $2, some colored pencils for $2 as well, newspaper for $1, a nonfiction book for $1, and a notebook for $1. See how much we're paying in taxes. All right, let's see, $3 in taxes. So let's see what our total is. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 12. Oh no, we only have $10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we are gonna have to unfortunately charge it on our credit card as an IOU. Let's see, so we're at the bookstore. And our total was $12. So we're still gonna write 12 here, but we're gonna grab one of our credit cards. Let's do the pink one. And I'm just gonna write the IOU in the back of this card on a sticky because I just want to reuse the same card and not have to print multiple. So an IOU of $2. Right, and we'll just keep that with our bookstore tracker. So let's go ahead and put this back. We bought a lot of items for $50, you guys, a lot of items. So let's go ahead, we're all out of money. We are going home. We charged $2 on a credit card that we're gonna have to pay back. So let's take a look at all the items that we bought at the mall. So we got a cookbook, a dictionary, a notebook, a nonfiction book, some colored pencils at the bookstore. And then at the electronics store, we got a phone, a handheld console, a monitor, a USB, and I know we did multiple visits. So we also got a keyboard, a webcam. And we got a little bit hungry in the middle of our shopping, so we got some steamed veggies, some juice, lemonade, and wine. And at the clothing store, we bought a beanie, joggers, tie, baseball cap, and pajamas. Pretty good haul for $50. I wish it was this inexpensive in real life. So yeah, that's basically what this game is and what this game entails. If you guys want to try it out, you can get it on my Ko-Fi for free. It'll come with a starter pack, which will include just the base stuff for the game, as well as the grocery store and the clothing store. If you guys want to purchase the extra store expansions, they'll be available on my Etsy. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy this game. This game has just been such a passion project of mine. I love these types of games to make saving fun, and I hope that you guys find it fun as well. So if you guys have any questions about this game or any suggestions, please feel free to leave it in the comments below. I read all of my comments in all of my videos. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Happy budgeting. Bye.